I suppose more than anything, I would just want people to know that this really works. You know, because I know sometimes people have a question about that when they give us funding. Does it really reach the child? You know, why are you all laughing?
He's still talking. I feel like an old man. I was young when he started.
Whenever a story starts like this, two brothers walk into a bar, it usually doesn't end well. But this story's different. Magnus McFarlane Barrow walked into a bar with his brother. While having a drink, they talked about the heart-wrenching images from the Bosnian War they'd just seen on TV. So they made an extraordinary decision most of us don't make. They decided to help.
Carry the weight of each other. Carry the weight of another. I'm not afraid to say I don't know.
One simple decision, and millions of starving children have been fed.
My mum is a big fan of Magnus's. I presented CNN Heroes. I didn't realize until I got it. And I'm like, oh my God, this is Magnus from Mary's Meals.
My name is Margaret Hall, and I am the mother of Gerard Butler, who is my baby. Some baby.
She talked about him for years.
It actually wasn't years, Gerard.
Kept saying, son, you got to meet this Magnus. You got to meet this Magnus.
Gerard does tend to exaggerate at times, you know. He will say that he got that from me because when I tell a story, I'm inclined to exaggerate.
I'm proud that he's a fellow Scotsman, Magnus McFarlane Barrow.
Before I went on, they said there will be about 16 million people watching this live, as if it wasn't bad enough with all those famous people in the audience. Thank you very much. I was very, very nervous. That was one of the few very scary moments in my life. Every child in the world should be able to receive at least one good meal every day in the place of education.
He always tells this story that he was excited to meet me and nervous to meet me, and then I come up to him and go, can I get a selfie? From that point on, we were fast friends, you know, and a year and a half later, I was in Liberia with him.
I was very happy to get involved, but it was a very busy period in my life. Part of me was thinking, oh God, I've got to go to Liberia and do this, and don't like interviews. And then as I was coming here, I had kind of an epiphany. I am in such a fortunate position to be able to do something to help.
We're passing little kids going to school, and they're all Mary's Meals School, you know, where the feeding program is going on.
When we arrived, 3 kids walked up to the car and they just took my hand. The most beautiful children I'd ever seen, gentle and quiet and just smiling. And I walked into the village. That was the start of the most incredible day where we ended up all on a train, dancing.
We come into this village.
They have dancers on stilts, covered in straw. And then the kids have all written up signs. They've written a Mary's Meals song. The whole school is lined.
You pass you a rooster.
Is a sign of being welcomed as a brother. Oh, what the hell do I do with the rooster now? They were like, look, let's take it and eat it. I'm like, you cannot cook my roosters. They're mine and I don't want them to die.
It's okay, it's okay. Run free. Yeah, there you go. You must go with your brother.
It's always fun travelling with Jerry. He really wanted to come and see Mary's Meals to get a deeper understanding of how it works. It's never been about us coming in from outside and thinking we know the answers. It's a locally owned solution.
I'm going to cut my finger off. A funny thing happened in Liberia. This feeds 350 children every day, all served from here. Mary's Meals will provide the food, but the community has to start the garden.
My mum would be very proud of me right now. She's always asking me to do the gardening.
We build the kitchen, they provide the volunteers, so the mothers come in and they cook the food, and it lends that helping hand and taps into that innate ability that people here have.
Come on, Jerry, put your back into it. A bit of water.
When I see them together, there was such a strong connection. It makes him feel good to be with Magnus and to feel that he's doing some good as well. I think it was also, we could say, a spiritual experience.
It hit me from so many different angles, on emotional, spiritual, physical. Sunday boy Mason.
It feels so good.
6 buckets every morning.
You're going to take the
Oh,
big
look
one?
at that, that's heavy.
You're not going to take that.
Oh, thank you.
Magnus. For you. Yep.
Why is all my water coming out?
Feels nice though. Me and Magnus trying to carry that water in our head, it just shows you the things that you take for granted. I brought you some water. Oh, not much wasted.
Not a drop.
My name is
The
Jerry.
light and spirit in their eyes.
Yeah. So you like going to school here?
I wonder if I would have that same spirit if I'd been through what they'd been through.
What would you like to be?
Be a doctor.
An actor?
Yes, a doctor.
Oh, a doctor?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. You don't be an actor. Why do you want to be a doctor?
It's because I want to save my people from death.
Working in the world's poorest communities, we met children who weren't going to school because they were hungry. A basic education for all is the key to lifting the world's poorest communities out of poverty. So Mary's Meals is all about meeting the immediate need of the hungry child, but at the same time bringing them into school by providing that meal. What's your favourite lesson?
I love
Reading. Yeah, so do I.
He doesn't believe any of this comes from him, believes it comes from God.
Here now, some children in the morning, they don't have no breakfast, no food. They can't be happy. But because of Mary's Meal is in now, they are happy to come to school.
5, okay? I hated going to school. They had to make me go to school. Here, you feel like they're hungry to learn.
Thank you to Mary's Meal. Yeah.
Groups of people in various parts of the world fundraise to support one particular school. There's this amazing group in Iowa, and they have this T-shirt that says, "Love reaches everywhere." Mary's Meals can reach everywhere that there's a hungry child, that there's a school needing it.
$19.50 feeds a child for an entire school year. What are we going to do about it? We have a Mary's Meals Run Walk, where we have had over 700 participants sign up to run and to walk. We have fed over 15,000 children.
Every meal is a piece of charity and a little piece of love.
Magnus.
And that all passes down into the families, into the community, and that sense of hope. And it's the difference between a kid saying, I want to survive tomorrow, and I want to be a doctor.
Maybe one day we'll play football together.
Yes.
Or we'll be in movies together.
Yes.
Yeah?
It'll be good.
Yeah. I think you're my new best friend.
Yes, my best friend too.
You get so much back from the people here, like more than you could ever give. It's actually surprisingly difficult to keep something simple, I'm finding. There's always a challenge against simplicity. Magnus, why don't we do a water project, or why don't we do agriculture? It's really important that we stay rooted in a humility that tells us we can't do everything. You know, we can do this one thing and we can do it really well. It's not a small thing that we do this in Our Lady's name. It's a beautiful thing, but it's not something we take lightly. There's a big responsibility. I just want to thank Mary, the mother of Jesus, who brought up a child in poverty, who knew what it was to be exiled, to thank her for her inspiration and love. Regardless of our beliefs and the different faiths that are involved in the Mary's Meals family, who could be a better patron for this work? It was just a wonderful surprise when he phoned me a few weeks ago and said, can we do another trip? For some time, he's been hoping to do this with us, and his life's just so busy.
I make movies, I produce movies, so I'm always working on that. Whenever I go off and do something different, something's about giving in any way or thinking of others, I get a lot out of it.
Just in the days before coming here, all these terrible things happened.
I had so many bad things happen to me, even in this last week.
More than 150 homes in the foothills and canyons outside of Los Angeles.
And has become the most destructive fire in California history.
Things like that help to keep his feet in the ground and to remind him an awful lot of people don't have what he has.
He turned up. It's just a measure of who he is.
He felt this need to go back out to one of these places, and he ended up going to Haiti.
There's been quite a lot of unrest here, and
Stress, unhappiness, and people wanting something different here.
Our driver, myself, and the security will get us through it. That's all I want to tell you just now, so that you don't worry when you see these things if they come up.
there's certain places we can't go because of the situation. And in a way that kind of confirms that we should be here, because that's part of our mission. We always want to reach the places where life is most difficult for children, where people are suffering the most. And of course that's going to bring us into environments where things can be a little bit chaotic.
The demonstrations, the riots, the deposing of presidents. What's great about Mary's Meals is it bypasses all of that. It's just right in, right to the school. You guys can riot as much as you want. We're going to go and feed this school and this school and this school. It just works kind of beautifully with as little red tape and bureaucracy as possible.
Hi, Victoria.
Alex, how are you?
Good. Thank you for hosting us all. Oh. We know there's a lot of us. Marie Flore is just one of these just enormous characters. Just this love that comes out of her. You just know that she really, really loves the children.
Having Mary Meals come, that makes a huge difference.
Our work with Marie Flore and the team here is a great example of how everything we do is rooted in partnership. We couldn't do this work if there weren't people like her building and running schools to which children can come.
An educated class of people are far less likely to riot. It was something that Marie Flore from here, from Summit, was talking about.
We want to have a new class of Haitians that are not divided.
The lack of education in Haiti, the lack of literacy is deplorable. If that could change, the society would just lift up. Mary's Meals, they come in and say, you got to help us with the distribution, with the delivery, and make this a community. You know, everybody get involved. So 65,000 volunteers, and everyone has a story. This is a guy who, when he came down to pick up the food, he was wearing his best clothes, his best shirt. When he founded that, I'm like crying saying this, he didn't even have an education himself, and he founded that school. Then he went to that school to study so he could become literate, and then he became the principal of that school. And he just cared so much about this education. You sure we have to do this?
I don't know, I'm having second thoughts myself right now. It's warm, isn't it?
A bit of a hill.
Just generally having a laugh at each other about struggling to get up that hill while all those amazing volunteers were just zooming up without any effort at all, it seemed.
There's 3 hills and we're approaching the summit of the first hill, which is probably the largest of the 3. It's such magnificent views, it's a real privilege to be able to do it.
Mary's Meals comes in and says, hey, we'll bring the food, but you guys have to bring the rest to the table, literally. Do they ever think about the people who contribute abroad? Do they ever imagine who provides, why do they do it?
You know what she said? I have been praying Mary Flore for this, for that, for whatever they need in their school, and bim, one day, Mary Meals is coming. It's God's work. God sent you to do what you are doing, you know? Yes, that's the way it is.
I believe you. Very convincing as well.
They really want to thank you.
Send a hug.
I never ever tire of coming somewhere where children are eating Mary's Meals and just meeting them.
I'm inspired by the genius behind it and how it promotes responsibility in everybody.
I know there's a question in people's minds sometimes when they give a donation, does it really get there or does it really make any difference? And you come here and you see that it does, definitely does.
Here's the crazy thing. Before lunch, they were sweet, quiet, and couldn't really get them to talk, and it was hard to get them to play. The second they ate, they just came to life. Suddenly I've got 40 kids, 50 kids mimicking me in everything. I'd already been walking around the corner. Do you see what happens after a simple meal?
All these people, different parts of the world, doing things that make this possible. The vast majority of them never have this privilege of coming here and you know, sharing this moment of the kids eating. This is what it's all about.
Did you know Mary's Meals feeds 1.3 million kids a day? 1.3 million kids a day? How can we help?
Hello, how are you guys doing?
Good.
What is this exactly?
Hey, $1.
Okay, there's $1.
We'll give you a block to write your name on. Write your autograph.
There you go. Right on top. The work that you guys have done is going to feed how many kids?
10 kids.
For a year?
Yeah.
And I'm going to meet these kids. So any messages that you would like me to pass to them?
Follow your dreams.
Follow your
Never
dreams?
give up.
Follow your dreams and never give up.
Can you floss? Look, you go that and then that.
That?
You keep going on both sides. You're doing it.
Is that it?
Yep.
Oh yeah, floss. I thought you wanted me to actually get some good floss on. I'm lucky enough to come here and experience it. I get to see the great work that everybody else who gets involved gives. Go! Yeah! It's crazy how if you give them the opportunity, they will make things work. And the school's bustling, like I think it's increased its enrollment to 20-25% in the last 6 months. And there's this little kid, and you can tell he's an amazing kid, and he's deep and soulful. So this is Whistler and baby Victoria. Mother said, if you're coming to school, then you got to bring your sister because they have to go and work in the fields. So this kid carries his 1-year-old everywhere. That's how much they want to come to school here. Can't be that. But he doesn't smile much. And he doesn't smile in a way that he's not miserable. He's so gentle looking. Just he's always looking after his sister and he just takes that job very seriously. But we were all playing and we really got him smiling. There's an example of one person and how much he wants to come to school and what he'll do to get here.
You're reminded about all these heroes that there are here doing all these things every day that they never get any thanks for.
Joy to have there with us with all the little kids.
That means we love you. I'll take it. I'll take it. These kids are amazing.
Things have not been great here at all, been getting worse, but it's a question of just getting everybody out as quick as we can.
Des, our security, who's very in touch with what's going on the ground, said that things aren't looking too good. It looks like the president might step down because of these demonstrations that have been going on. We stopped on the way here and everybody got out their cars.
The advice of the people here and the embassies is leave.
I think it's important we capture this school. It doesn't have Mary's Mills.
Yeah, it could be something very different, so I think we should stick to the plan.
All the signs are something's going to happen and we shouldn't be here if it does. But it's up to you guys.
So will we carry on to this school at the moment and see what the day brings?
Yep.
Yeah.
But it's just hard when you're here and everything's so peaceful. So I'm like, let's go, let's do it, let's finish. We've come to a school here that doesn't have Mary's Meals. The kids don't get to eat when they come to school. So what's it like when they haven't been reached yet? And they lost their feeding program. And he said since then, the enrollment has gone way down.
Tout le temps c'est ventre fait mal. C'est presque sommeil. Pas qu'à garder eu, les plein ventre fait mal. C'est ça te fait nous.
A lot of those kids don't eat in the morning. A lot of those kids don't eat at night.
There's about 1 in 4 children in Haiti today out of school.
They haven't been to school in 2 years. Are they sad they're not going to school now? They're surrounded by all their friends.
Dans le mois d'octobre, là, tout le monde prend l'école. Ça, yo même dit, oui, maman, voyez l'école, je prends l'école. Je dis, bon, nous, on pas capable. N'a pas résigné, nous.
That little boy, William, he's waiting for Mary's Meals to come to his school.
Oui, tout le monde toujours vient l'école, oui. Et si maman ça vient en baisse là, yo vient pas qu'à venir l'école. Yo pas que j'aime qu'à venir. Parce que depuis yo venir ba mettre la problème là. C'est soit qu'elle voye nous la là pour nous venir prendre. Là nous venir prendre nous même nan men.
I came from a family with not a lot of money, but we could always eat. So just when you're faced with that reality and you see it in front of you that these kids literally sometimes don't eat for the first day or 2 days. When I said to her, what do you fear? What's your biggest fear? And I thought I'd maybe get a standard answer. It's like, I fear no food. She said, I don't fear anything because I trust in God. And that's what you see in these kids. So even though they are struggling and they aren't eating, they still had an awesome little presence.
Haiti needs every one of those children in school learning. They're the hope. If the number came back up again, if we were able to provide meals here, that you would be able to cope with that in terms of teaching.
Vraiment place yo là. professeurs déjà là tout, c'est ouais ça. C'est des professeurs de bonne volonté. Mois d'octobre, nous pouvons dire rien avec. Mais ils continuent à venir.
A lot of the schools around have closed because of all these issues and the social unrest.
Retirer l'esprit peur là dans tête. On fait au travail, on dit faut nous travail, faut nous venir travail, temps perdu on pas rattraper.
All these problems we see around us very, very clearly these days, in particular with all the political unrest and the injustice in this country. We need those kids to be in school and to be the leaders of tomorrow.
Et nous fait un pile motivation pour eux. Son exemple à pied, quel que soit à côté où passer. Son exemple à pied.
It's like his little army, just trying to help them to get through this tough world that they live in. To remind them that people care about them and to remind them to focus.
C'est espoir chaque famille.
Beautiful to listen to him, to see how much he cares and what a great job he's doing in very difficult circumstances.
Qui t'a choisi pour me décaler parce que nous avons passé misère longtemps dans l'œuvre de bienfaisance ça yo. C'est pas que nous gagnons pas de moyens du tout, mais nous demandons bon Dieu force courage par la foi de Job que l'école là pour camper.
It's amazing. It just it's very heartwarming to see. Yeah, I'm personally going to sponsor this school.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I make movies about heroes, but often they're in bigger, over-the-top settings, and then you come here and you see there's a hero right there. The teachers in this school are heroes. The kids are all heroes that come here on empty stomachs every day to try and get an education.
Parce que après année a presque censé fin passer, il était désespoir totalement.
Gelle bon Dieu vinn parler dans kay yo vinn voyer le vini.
Premier jour ça pour élèves c'était un miracle qui était opéré dans l'école là.
Là nous vinn des bagages vini, nous ouais son plus gros grâce qui descend sur la terre. Nous même grand monde nous ka gen résistance, mais petit petit yo pas gen résistance.
Et puis tout le monde a parlé de cantine quand on a venu quand même, yo pas de quoi. Mais les premiers jours à arriver, nous commençons à la cantine là. Tout élève était content. Il était dit c'est comment il y a dans mon choix. Même à certifié c'est vrai. Effectivement, les chita a mangé vrai. En pile là de dit ouais c'est moi qui a mangé là vrai monsieur.
C'est pour bon Dieu toujours vieux j'ai gardé moun ka voyer cantine là pour toujours ka voyer cantine là pour nous avec ti moun yo.
Quand il y a des gens qui viennent commencer à venir à l'école, ils ont un paquet jusqu'à présent pour que les gens viennent.
Je suis à l'école là pour venir apprendre. Je suis à l'école là.
Le bail de cette l'école, Jacob m'a pile manger pour manger.